Hi, welcome to this Blender video tutorial entitled CenterPoint Object Origin. Each mesh object in Blender has a center point, which in Blender is sometimes referred to as the object's origin. To demonstrate an object's center point, I have a cube object in my Blender scene. I'll select the cube object, turn off the Translate Manipulator widget, and zoom in a bit so that you can see this better. The cube's center point, or origin, is this small dot located in the center of the cube. It is by default not visible unless you select the object. You can make all of your object centers or origins visible, even when not selected, by checkmarking this Display All Object Origins checkbox located in the right Properties panel of the 3D Editor viewport. I will Z-key into wireframe display mode. Here is the object's origin. I will turn back on the Translate Manipulator widget. When an object is selected, the default Translate Manipulator widget is located at the object's origin point. I'll switch to the Rotate Manipulator widget. Notice that it also is located at the object's origin. Here I will switch to the Scale Manipulator widget. Note that it also is located at the object's origin. I'll switch back to the Translate Manipulator widget. Now if I move the cube in object mode by pressing the G key, note that the object's origin moves along with the object. Here I'll tab into Edit mode and press the A key to deselect the vertices. And then I'll go to Front View, Numpad 1. I'll box select the vertices on the right and move them to the right. Now I'll tab out of Edit mode. Notice that the object's origin is no longer in the center of the object. I'll tab back into Edit mode and press the A key to deselect the vertices. Now I'll select all of the vertices and move them all. Then I'll tab back into Object mode. Note that the object's origin is no longer even inside of the object. Now there is no method in Blender to select an object's center point origin. We can, however, use a command to move the origin point back to the center of the object. Here, while in Object mode, I will click on the Object button located in the 3D Editor viewport header and select Transform, Origin to Geometry. This moves the object's origin point to the center of the object's geometry. The keyboard shortcut, if you can call it a shortcut, is Shift-Control-Alt-C, which brings up the Set Origin dialog box. It is quite important that you center the origin in any mesh that you've manipulated in Edit mode. Many of Blender's Rotate and Scale tools operate in relation to the object's origin. It's good modeling practice to keep the mesh object's center point in the center of the object. Now to make this a bit easier, Blender allows us to create our own tool buttons, and this is a very good candidate for a user-created button. Open up the default Blender file. Click on Add Tool in the left 3D Editor Viewport Tool panel. Type in Set Origin. Then select Set Origin from the list. We now have a tool button for setting the object's origin. Here I will tab into Edit mode and move all of the vertices, leaving the origin point behind. Now I'll press the Set Origin tool button and select Origin to Geometry. Note that the object's origin is now centered in the object.